Hey, you all, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend. So, want to send our prayers out to the Bahamas, the Florida coast, people that are in the line of Hurricane Dorian. Very damaging storm, I believe a Category 5 right now. And so we're hoping that that everybody makes it through this all right. But want to talk about Andrew Yang today and talk about some good news for his campaign, and that is that Andrew Yang will be leaving to have a meeting with Elon Musk. That is correct. They will meet and they will sit down and they will come up and try to find some of the best solutions to deal with the looming threats that are on our over the horizon now, automation and the advocacy from Elon Musk over the last several years or for a long time now, where he's been pushing ideas like universal basic income. And of course, these two are on the same path, and there is a lot of commonality there. Now, so it makes sense for Elon Musk to endorse Andrew Yang. It makes perfect sense, and glad to see that happening. Um, you know, uh, just kind of wish it would happen in the cryptocurrency space that way. Kind of weirdly enough, Andrew Yang very pro cryptocurrency, but a lot of people in the cryptocurrency world still kind of support Trump. Where Trump is anti-Bitcoin, so it's just a very weird set of events. But that's what we got. But anyway, makes perfect sense for Elon Musk and Andrew Yang to work together and come together. So just fantastic. Everything's working out great with Andrew Yang. I believe the other day he was #1 in YouTube searches. He was far beyond Bernie Sanders and many of the other candidates. So Andrew's becoming a sensation, and his campaign is becoming a hit. And we can, everybody's noticing that the candidates who are in this race, best believe you me, they have strategies for everyone that's running in this election, and they have sized Andrew Yang up, and they're keeping track of all of the success that the Yang campaign is having and a way to counter that and how to deal with that because they see he's coming, and that is a reality. So Elon Musk here, just from CNBC, talks about his support for Andrew Yang, talks about the tweets, and here's what we're going to get. Of course, talking about his net worth being at $20 billion. That is a great deal of money. And with a support from someone like Elon Musk and the all the tech gurus and giants that Elon Musk knows, uh, you know, it is very possible with the help of Elon Musk that Andrew is going to be able to raise as much money as necessary to be our president of the United States, which he will be. I'm sticking to that Andrew's going to win this thing. Don't go in half stepping, go in all the way. Some people come on the channel, come on the post saying, well, let's see how things go after this and that. Hey, Yang Gang is all the way. And we support Andrew Yang all the way. We don't have to wait till after the next debate or what have you. We're with Andrew all the way, the real, true Yang Gangers, and we believe he can win this thing, and we are with him 100%. So we're not doubting what's going to happen. We're going in all the way. Want to talk a little bit though about the Cuomo interview, and of course, Chris Cuomo does his show on CNN, and along with Don Lemon and some of the others, had Andrew Yang. I don't think this is the first time he had Andrew Yang on. I think he might have been talked to Andrew Yang prior before, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me, but Chris I liked how he interviewed Andrew Yang. Now, it looks like Andrew kind of got caught up a little bit, hung up a little bit during that interview. He started off quite well, but toward the end, it became more about what happens when you finally go head to head with Trump. At least CNN's at that point now where they can uh, see Andrew Yang going toe to toe with Trump, and of course they're talking about the bully tactics, of course, that Donald Trump's going to be using, that we all have become quite accustomed to up until this point in time. So is Andrew Yang ready for it? And, of course, it gets discussed, how Andrew Yang is going to handle that line of questioning. And then what Chris Cuomo actually ends up doing is he kind of ends up kind of testing Andrew. He's kind of coming at him hard with tough questions. And I thought that was great because I think this is a good warm up situation for Andrew Yang because whereas the campaign is going well in the direction we want, there are still a few things that are potentially holding Andrew back in some cases, and these are things I think can easily be corrected. And I see him making some great changes on how answering a question. He doesn't stop to let people keep talking. He goes on with his point. And it's kind of what he did with Cuomo. But Cuomo was coming at him hard, but it was kind of a tough love type situation. It's kind of like I could tell it was kind of like the situation you kind of do with a person when you really want them to succeed. And they're going to have to come with the thunder and you know what they're facing and they got to be ready for that. And Andrew has a lot of time to get ready for this still. But there are certain things that I think the Andrew Yang campaign still has to work on. And as I had spoke earlier in some of the videos before about his campaign management team and how he came across and his campaign manager and the fact that they were friends and associates, and I've kind of observed some of the energy and activity with his campaign manager. And I'm sure he's a great guy, and I'm sure they're doing the best they can. But as I've said earlier before, what Chris Cuomo was doing to Andrew Yang, that is what his campaign management team should be doing to him every day. It's like anything. When you're being trained for something and practicing for something, right? You fix on the points that need the most attention, right? That's generally the best way to go about that. And what I'm seeing is where Andrew's advancing with his good offensive points. He still needs to kind of fine tune some of those defensive points because Trump is going to come at Andrew very, very hard. It is not going to be pretty. It's going to be ugly. And a desperate Trump who's losing, he's going to double down and it's going to get really, really nasty. He's going to deliver some powerful blows there. And so Andrew needs to be practicing out, getting ready for those blows. And, he's going to need to be able to handle people like Chris Cuomo like a piece of cake. You know what I mean? And Chris Cuomo kind of was, moving around with some questions maybe he wasn't ready for. Now, I've said before that some people might not agree with this, but sometimes it does seem like Andrew Yang's speaking on a script. And scripts can be efficient. And I think it works for Andrew's platform because it's a way of delivering a lot of information in a brief period of time. So that works. And that's fine to even stick with that style of speaking. But, I think that you have to be prepared for a lot of these tough questions too. And that's what Chris Cuomo was trying to do. So I was very glad Chris did that. And I think this is going to be a great learning experience for Andrew Yang. I just hope that his campaign management team now drills him and they start throwing out these questions that could possibly come out of nowhere, right? Because they're coming. And we need a team doing that. Now, with the Elon Musk backing, I really don't know what's going to happen at this point. I don't know if it'll be a good idea with probably the kind of money and that Elon can help bring in. I don't know if it's going to be a good idea for him to really consider like a campaign management team. And that's not to throw any shade or try to go against the team he's had before that's gotten to this point. But there are some things I'm noticing that I feel like should have already been worked on and improved upon. And I think that that has a lot to do with the campaign management team, right? Because that's the job of your campaign management team. It is not, you're a team. You can't just fix everything and do everything yourself. You're going to have to depend on people who go, listen, Andrew, we need to go over these points several more times, right? Because we need you to be ready when you get on national television across millions of people, to show them that you can handle Donald Trump. Remember, a lot of people are still concerned about beating Donald Trump. And the entire election shouldn't be about that, but we need to still be able to do that and be effective with disabling Trump when he tries his tactics. So I don't think this is a major problem. I think this is something that could get worked out by come debate time, but it's all going to depend on if the management team is doing that. Because I just don't want to see Andrew get hit with tough questions that they could be preparing for right now and could be delivered quite easily to disable any of Trump's attacks, right? So that's kind of how I saw that. But anyway, so far so good. Want to tell you all real quick about our project, BitcoinMYK.com. It is our own universal basic income project. It is totally free. All you need to do is sign up and you start earning valuable cryptocurrency that can be traded into your local currencies to do things, to buy bread, to pay some bills, to do a variety of things. So great opportunity there. Make sure you sign up. We'll leave a link in the description. If you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.